Here I'm going over the Samyang 16mm f2 UMC wide-angle lens. This particular lens here is a micro four thirds mount. I'm going to go over the contents in the box, and I will say, comparing this to something that we're familiar with, which are usually Canon lenses or Nikon lenses, the packaging feels a little flimsy, and this is just me being nitpicky based on the fact of me being comfortable with packaging or looking at a certain brand's contents. And if you look at the soft pouch and the plastic lining, it does feel a little cheap, but they make up for it with the actual lens itself. If you look at it next to my Canon 17-40 FL lens, f4L lens, it's very similar in weight and dimension. If you take off the front caps here, you even notice that the front elements are very similar as well. The front filter threads are 77mm on both of the lenses. As you can see, they look very similar in size, with the micro four thirds lens just being a tiny bit taller. And keep in mind, 16mm on a micro four thirds is not 16mm. It's either double or 2.88 for a Blackmagic pocket camera. If you look at the back elements here, you see that everything looks pretty similar from build quality, from the metal ring to the glass element to the actual just overall look of it. And one thing I like about this 16mm, it has filter threading. I have a 14mm also, and you cannot put any filter on it at all, and that's something I didn't want. And you can see this is manual, so it goes to F2 to F22. The lens hood feels, it is nice, but it does kind of slip off a little bit as you're putting it on. And like I said, that's me being really nitpicky about it. And one thing I like about L lenses, it has that felt lining inside to help from reflections. But you can see that the filter or the lens hood is bigger on the Canon lens because it's a full frame lens. But they look very similar. This one is branded in Korea, actually. All of them might be, from the barrel to the Rokinons. And the focus ring here is very smooth. Focuses to infinity just fine, and it has hard stops, which I really like, and a lot of videographers will like as well. And this is mounted to a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, and it looks really nice. The feel of it doesn't feel cheap. The look of it doesn't look cheap, and the quality isn't cheap. It's really nice. As far as photography is concerned, I didn't check the corners and stuff like that, not being picky about it. But as far as for video is concerned, it seems fine to me, from anywhere from f2 to all the way up to 22. To each his own with that. It's a preference. But if this was helpful at all, please hit like and subscribe. Or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. For anyone wondering where you can purchase any of the gear that I review or go over, please look at the description below or visit www.howtoandreviews.com. Till next time.